Representative Crockett, with all due respect, the Constitution wasn't written to serve personal opinions or emotional interpretations. It was written to maintain order, to protect structure, something that seems lost in your argument. Jasmine Crockett, calm but assertive. Mr. Johnson, it seems you keep confusing control with protection. The Constitution was written for the people, not over the people. There's a difference between leadership and authority. One guides, the other dominate. Mike Johnson, smirking slightly. You're interpreting it from a modern lens, Representative. Our founders had a vision that you cannot just bend because of today's political trends. Crockett, leaning forward. Then perhaps it's time you read that vision more closely. The founders wrote those words to evolve with generations, not to freeze us in their century. If you use the Constitution to silence people, you're not defending it, you're rewriting it. Johnson, raising his voice, so you're saying my interpretation is wrong? That's quite bold coming from someone new to the floor. Crockett, calmly, with a sharp edge, being new doesn't mean being unprepared, Mr. Johnson. It means I still believe this chamber can stand for truth, not tradition alone. The problem isn't my experience, it's your refusal to see beyond your comfort. Johnson, frustrated. You speak of truth, but what you're doing is politicizing our values. Crockett, firmly, no, sir, I'm reminding you of them. You can't call yourself a defender of the Constitution while denying its promise of equality and freedom. Protection means protection for everyone, not just those who agree with you. Murmurs rise across the chamber. Johnson, trying to recover composure, I think we both know politics is about compromise. Crockett, compromise on policies, yes, not on principles. When principle bends, democracy breaks. And I refuse to be part of that silence. Short pause. The chamber quiets down completely. Crockett, final words, clear and resonant. The Constitution wasn't written to protect power, it was written to protect people. And I will never stop defending that truth. In a charged session inside the U.S. House, Mike Johnson confronted Jasmine Crockett with sharp and dismissive remarks, questioning her understanding of the Constitution and accusing her of twisting its meaning for modern politics. But Jasmine stood tall, her voice calm yet powerful, telling him that the Constitution was written for the people, not over the people, and that leadership is about guidance, not domination. Johnson tried to assert his seniority, reminding her of the founders' vision and suggesting she was too new to grasp it fully, but Crockett didn't flinch. Fired back that the founders intended for those words to evolve with generations, not trap future citizens in outdated ideals. The exchange grew intense as Johnson accused her of politicizing values, to which Crockett replied that she was simply defending the real values: equality, justice, and truth. She reminded him that you cannot call yourself a defender of the Constitution while denying its promise of freedom for everyone. The tension in the room thickened as both refused to back down. Johnson argued that politics was about compromise, but Crockett countered that while compromise may belong in policy, it has no place in principle. With her final words echoing across the chamber, she declared that the Constitution was never written to protect power but to protect people, and that she would always defend that truth. The entire room fell silent, the air heavy with respect, as her 30-second rebuke turned into a moment that resonated far beyond politics, a reminder that strength isn't in position, it's in purpose.